Okay, we are good.
Woo! Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you guys. Ashley and I are on. I just shared my story with the newbies, but I'll share just a little bit with everyone else that just hopped on. If you guys don't know me, I was just on our call last night as well as Ashley. But Jerica Shepherd, I'm a VIP triple diamond with our company. I've been here for 2 years, and I, just like Ashley, was able to move super quickly to Ruby. And we touched on this a little bit last night, but we wanted to really go into depth with specific questions that we've received on how we did that and how we made that happen and how we were able to change our lives. I was a broke, struggling single mom of 2, renting a room, sharing a queen size bed, college dropout, didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And honestly, the future scared the crap out of me until I found this business. I actually was able to give myself some hope, and I finally felt like I belonged somewhere. And because of all the training and amazing trainings like this and the units and everything like that, I was able to progress really quickly. So I'm just going to dive right in so we can keep this in our time frame of 30 minutes. Hopefully we don't go over too much, but I'm super excited to be here with you guys. And I want you to drop a 1 in the chat if you're going after Ruby, but drop a 2 in the chat if you're going after something other than Ruby. Let's see those 1s and those 2s. Yes, so many rubies. Love it. I see some 1 and 2s. You guys are going after Ruby, but you have your eyes on something bigger. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Love it. Getting Ruby back. Perfect. Love it. Okay, I'm so excited. And I don't know about you guys, but this Ruby chat, this Going Ruby chat boot camp that we have going on is like next level. And it has me so fired up, and I'm just having a blast. I'm loving all of your guys' screenshots of all the tasks that you finished today. Make sure you get those in by the end of the day, and I'm pumped. Okay. But I'm going to dive right in. So many comments. I love it. Okay. All right. So we have a little list of questions that we made. I'm just going to kind of read off of them and go after it. So how did I do it? So how did I get to Ruby in 21 days? Honestly, you guys, I did not look left and right. I looked down. I put my feet to the pavement and I just ran. I didn't compare myself to anyone around me. Anytime that I had fear creep in, which is something that still happens at every rank, fear will creep in. And I just recognize that as that literally being Satan coming in and trying to distract me from what God called me to do. And I would have that mental conversation with myself when I would get stressed, or I would get fearful that it wasn't, that no one was responding to my messages, or that I wasn't moving fast enough, or that potential distributor didn't sign up, or that potential customer ghosted me. I would literally have a mental conversation with myself, and I would say, no, this is Satan coming in and trying to distract me and trying to scare me and trying to make me step down. So I'm going to tell Satan to sit down, shut up, and I'm going to follow what God has already placed on my heart. And he placed on my heart that I need to go Ruby in my first month, because that's what I needed to change our lives. So I put my blinders on. I just looked down. I did my tasks every single day without fail, no matter how horrible my kids were or how tired I was after cleaning up the whole house after my toddler. It didn't matter. I did the tasks that I needed to do every single day without fail. And honestly, you guys, the daily task list that we had, I maybe even did a little bit more than that, because I started my business with 225 friends on my Facebook, and I just knew that wasn't going to cut it. I knew that I needed a lot more people. So on our task list, we have adding people on Facebook, right? I probably did double or triple of that almost every single day. I knew that I had to grow my friends list really fast. I knew that if I got 10 host posts up and they weren't popping, I might learn how to get 5 or 10 more in one day. And that's what it took to get those potential customer and potential distributor conversations flowing in my inbox. So I might have even went a little above and beyond on some days, but that's just what it took. And that's how I was able to go Ruby so quickly. How many people did I ask daily for the business or for customer or to be customers? You guys, to be completely honest with you, I don't really know how many people. There were so many people that I would message, especially for hosted posts, because I knew, being so new with my business, I didn't really have that trust with all of my new friends and followers yet, because I had just gotten started. So I knew what I had to do is I had to get on HostPost. HostPost is amazing. I am very fortunate to get in the business when we had HostPost. I know that Ashley's going to share that she didn't even have the advantage of HostPost when she started the business. I don't even know what they did, but HostPost is how I was able to get potentials flowing into my list. And I didn't go back and see how many people I messaged, because I messaged a lot of people. I messaged people until I got that yes. And when I got that yes, it didn't matter that I had to message 10, 20, 30, 40, maybe even more than that people I don't even know. It didn't matter because I continued on through all the people that maybe ghosted me or didn't put up the host to post for me or didn't send me their phone number so I could text them the link, whatever it was. I didn't focus on that. I kept going. And when I got that yes, I didn't care how many people I spoke to because I got that yes. And that's what I was searching for. So do your daily task list every single day. And if you're not signing customers and distributors, I want to challenge you to do a little bit more than that. Reach out of your comfort zone and, spend your spare time on this. When your kids go to sleep at night, if you're a mom and you're busy and you're tired, spend 30, 45 minutes, an hour before bed, even though you're tired, and get those messages out. Because I promise you're going to sign that person and you're going to feel so accomplished, and it's going to make all of those messages so worth it. And that's what's going to propel you forward to your promotion to Ruby. What did I do daily? Every single day I did the task list. I just shared with you guys that I probably went above and beyond because I knew that I had to amp up my friends list. I knew that I had to get people trusting me by posting a lot and just instilling that trust with my new friends and my followers. So I interacted a lot. But I will say messaging and adding were something that I did more than it says on the task list every single day. And that's how I was able to, I think I grew my friends list from 225 people. And by the time I was Ruby, I had like over 1,000 friends. So I grew it massively. And that's including like all of the people that didn't accept my friend request. Don't think I'm like some magical unicorn where everyone accepted my friend request. I know that people aren't accepting all of your friend requests, and that's okay because that same thing happened to me. But I didn't go back and be sad that 6 out of 10 people didn't accept my friend request. I would focus on those 4 people, and I was going to ask those 4 people to put up a host post for me so they can get in on my amazing giveaway and win $300 on August 1st. So every single day, the daily tasks, you guys have such an advantage with having things like this Ruby Bootcamp where there's so much passion and motivation and just straight fire. Like this chat is so epic. You have such an advantage to be a part of that. And that energy that we feel in that chat is so like infectious, and you can really take hold of that and you can really run with that. So take advantage of the chat, get in there, make yourself uncomfortable, get a little vulnerable, start conversations in there, ask your questions in there, share your victories, whether it's big or small, share it. And that energy is going to help keep you guys going. And like I said, it's such an advantage. Gosh, I always take so out of breath because I just talk so fast on these things. Give me just a second. Woo! Okay. And another question is, I was asked how often I was on trainings or did I get on trainings and what that looked like. So a major thing with my success from going Ruby super quickly all the way to Diamond in my first 90 days, you guys, was I spent any of my spare time watching Katie or Brittany's YouTube trainings, watching live trainings that are in the Dreamcatchers page, scrolling through posts in the Dreamcatchers page and our team page. If I had spare time, that I wanted to take a break from messaging or I was nursing my baby, I would scroll through and I would read content. I would listen to videos. I would pop in my headphones and I would listen to videos. Really taking advantage of all of the things in our team page is a major part of my success. And I got on any or any power hour that I was able to get on, I was on it so I can get those tasks done and I can learn tips like trainings like today. You guys are going to learn so many tips and just get so much fire. And Ashley's going to really dig deep in how exactly to go Ruby and like charting and things like that. And that's going to be really, really great. But I got on trainings as much as I possibly could, you guys. I don't miss a train. Even to this day, I don't miss a training unless it's like something I'm crazy out of the house. Like I will even put in a headphone if my screen has to be off just so I can hear what's going on. I always try to get on trainings. Like if my life depends on it, I'm going to try and get on a training. So I would encourage you guys to just take advantage of all these tools that you have here. And also with the team page, you guys can type in any keyword in our Dreamcatchers page. I shared this in the chat earlier and it's going to pop up. If you're struggling with adding people, you're struggling with scripts, you're struggling with messaging, you're struggling with interacting or posting on Instagram, all of those things are going to be in the team page by either me or another Diamond and Above leader that shares amazing tips and is really trusted by the whole team. So use a keyword, be proactive and be productive with your business. Even if you finish your task list for the day, you guys, you can still do something to be productive. You can interact some more, you can follow some more, you can watch a training, you can listen to a self-development, a little extra self-development, do some journaling, different things like that. So those are a few things that helped me get to Ruby super, super quickly. And that's actually through my list. So Ashley, if you want to touch on anything that maybe I missed out on any of those questions, I would absolutely love it. And then it's your turn.
No,
and you guys are welcome to ask anything in the chat as well.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like, put questions in the chat if you have questions that come up, even if like you have a question that was maybe for Jerica, like she can retouch on it at the end. But no, you've basically covered everything. I don't have anything to add to that. Am I the big icon right now, or is it still on Jerica? Am I? Okay, because I'm looking at you, but I'm going to go over the chart in a minute, so I didn't want to be like super small. Okay, so along with that, going off of what Jerica said, of like, you know, your upline wants to help you and we are here for you and don't be afraid to ask the questions. I just also want to throw on top of that of like, make sure that you're also taking the initiative, okay? Don't allow yourself to sit there and wait for somebody to tell you what to do next, or wait for, you know, wait until, what am I saying? Okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So take the initiative, and I want you to start looking at YouTube videos, okay? Like, don't sit there and wait and be like in this like stuck mindset of, oh, I'm not signing distributors. Don't allow yourself to sit there, okay? What I want you to do if you're feeling that way, or if it's about customers, is I want you to go to YouTube. I want you to take the initiative. I want you to not have to ask your enroller for all these videos, but go to YouTube and you can learn everything off YouTube, or even on our team page, okay? This is so, so important. When I first joined, I didn't run to Katie for like every little thing of like, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? I was very like kind of independent in a way. And again, like Jerica said, we want to help you. So don't feel like you can't. I'm saying like, don't go to your enroller, but I'm just trying to say like on the flip side of that, take the initiative. So I just didn't want anyone to be like, wait, you're telling me this, but also telling me that. But when I was newer, I watched a video all the time, okay? If I was like, I want to get better at signing distributors. I want to chart myself for Ruby. Like, I'm literally going Ruby this month. There's nothing stopping me, but I felt like I was lacking in signing distributors. All day long, I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm watching like how to mass enroll distributors. It works. That's what I type in on the search bar. How to sign distributors. It works. How to attract distributors. It works. And that is how I ended up finding leaders that like Katie hadn't even told me about, or like I didn't even know yet. I found Morgan Martin or Morgan McIntyre from that. I found Jade from that. I found Cheyenne and a bunch of other people from that. And that was just me simply like looking and finding these videos and just watching them all day long, because, you know, you could sit there and be like, well, I watched a training video on signing distributors last night, but until it clicks for you, like everyone has a different way that they teach things or that they talk about things. And something that Jerica will say might not really click with you, but the way that I say it maybe clicks, or vice versa. The way that I teach something might not really like click for you yet, but then you watch a video from Jerica about signing distributors, you're like, whoa, this makes sense. I get this. Okay, I love this. So you're always going to be picking up tips, okay? So do not allow yourself to sit in this, I can't sign distributors, I can't get myself charted, or I'm stuck and I've hit a wall and I can't sign customers right now. Like, why has it been 3 weeks since I've signed a customer? Okay, if you're lacking in one thing, go watch a video on that and watch them until you become a pro at it. Okay, I was obsessed with learning what I needed to know. You know, we have so many resources. You know, you don't have to go to your enroller for like, where's my charts at? We have like albums for everything. We have albums for the charts. We have albums for examples of business posting. If you haven't like stalked our team page, go stalk the team page. We have files that Brittany's done of tips on signing or attracting distributors, where she literally goes down of all the different key things that you can be hitting on different types of business posting. We have all the tons of before and afters. We have conversation help and all that. So if you're sitting there, do not allow yourself to go through the next month frozen and like, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. Take the initiative and grow, and just be obsessed with being a student and learning all the things. Dude, just like Jerica, I talk too fast. So I think that was one thing that really propelled me to move fast, is that like I didn't sit around and like wait for things. I was just like, okay, I feel like I want to be better at this. Like, I'm going to go obsess about it and figure it out. And then on top of that, back in the day, like it was just Katie and Brittany who were our Diamond Plus upline back then. Like, I didn't really know who Brittany was. I was just focused on like, all I had was Katie, you know? And so I was on her team training. Anytime she had a team training and I could be on it, I was on that thing. I was like taking notes. I was probably the only one like asking a million questions on it. So when you're on trainings, ask questions, guys. We love it. We don't know what you need unless you tell us what you need, okay? And so I was asking her all the questions. Like, can you reiterate this? Can you explain this? If she was like speaking on the topic. I was on all the power hours I can get on, just because I wanted to learn like what Katie was doing on these power hours is obviously what's working for her. She's not just going to have me do some BS, like waste my time tasks. Like what she's having us do is what will make me successful. So I'm going to do whatever the leaders tell me to do to be successful. And now you have so many options. We have such a huge Diamond Plus upline of leadership that like there are so many power hours that like all throughout the day, we try to accommodate that. Everyone's on different time schedules. Everyone's on different time zones. There's really no excuse for you to not get on them. And there's such great accountability. And you might think that you know all the things. You're like, I've been in for 3 months. Like I know how to sign a customer and they're focused on customers. Get on that one still, because I promise you, you will pick up a conversation tip. You'll pick up a posting tip. You'll pick up something and see it in a different way, because we all think differently, right? And we all work our business differently. So there's not just one right and wrong way to work your business. So continue to learn from others, even if you think that you know everything. I'm a triple diamond. I love getting on trains. I love hearing Brittany talk. I love hearing Jerica talk. I love hearing the new diamonds talk, because I'm like, they bring something different to the table that I might not have thought about, and they're teaching me all the time. So even as a triple, I'm constantly learning and growing. That's just what you have to do. Okay. So next thing is, I want you to know your chart inside and out, okay? So drop a 1 in the chat right now. Do you have your Ruby chart or your next chart printed? Whether if you're going Ruby, do you have your Ruby chart? If you're going Emerald, Diamond, whatever this month, do you have that chart printed? And drop a 2 if you don't. Let's be transparent. No one's judging. Drop a 2 if you don't have that printed yet. Okay, so a lot of people say 1, some 2s. If you are a 2, I want you to think of right now as this is August 1st, okay? I don't want you to be like, well, I've got till Friday and the month starts on Saturday. No, August 1 starts now, because knowing what you need, when you need it, where you need it, and being very, very, I don't know what I'm saying, but just knowing exactly what you need and having it in front of you, whether you have a distributor to put on that chart or not, I want you to have that in front of you, okay? Because it's like a roadmap, okay? It's like having your dream board in front of you and you know where you're going, okay? Even if you have no distributor to put on there, get that printed out tonight, tomorrow, before the month ends, because month starts right now, not this weekend, and that's why we started this Ruby shot or this Ruby push now. So it's very important that you have that with you everywhere, okay? I was extremely busy when I started. I think I finally got rid of my little notebook that I had, but my chart went everywhere with me. Like I put it in a little binder, I put it in a paper protector, and that thing went everywhere with me, just because you never know if like an order is going to come in while I'm in a college class, or I'm going to sign a distributor on my lunch break at work, or something happens. That thing was with me everywhere. Like I did not go anywhere without it. I was obsessed with my business, okay? So be like that. You need that everywhere that you go. You need to know your exact volume for what you need for your promotion daily. Okay, one of the biggest things when I go to my downline and I'm like, hey girl, how much volume do you need for Ruby? Like, where are you at? And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, ooh, that's a problem. I'm like, you need to know all your orders, all your volume down to the very last, like specific number of volume that you have. Because the more focused on it and the more, where focus goes, energy flows. Okay, so if you are so focused and you know exactly what you need, you're going to feel more confident to be able to fill this volume, to be able to know like what you're working on and what you're doing, versus being like, I don't know how much volume I need, but I'm kind of just moseying around and filling it here and there. Okay, promotions don't happen by being like, oh, I'm just kind of like filling volume as it comes, whatever, like I'm charted, like hopefully it's going to happen. No, it comes from being intentional and knowing exactly what you need daily, and then breaking it down to know exactly what you need each day. Okay, so I was busy today. My charts are all on my iPad, but I didn't have my printer's out of ink and I didn't have time to go run and get one, so I drew one. So this is my chart. Okay, we're going to talk about calculating volume and knowing everything that you need for your promotion. Okay, so this is me. I have Brittany, Lauren, and Amber on my team. Okay, I have 200 volume, personal volume, that are orders just specifically under me. Maybe that's my 80 volume auto ship, and that's also orders from customers. Then Brittany over here, she also has 200 group volume. Then Lauren and Amber, they don't have any volume yet, okay? And this is kind of how it usually goes. You maybe have one person kind of take off, and then the others might be a little slower, or maybe one person just doesn't really do anything at all, okay? So starting right now, let's say that this is August 1st today. That your total group volume is going to be my volume plus Brittany's volume added together. That's going to be 400 volume. Okay, for Ruby, we know that you need to reach 2,000 group volume as a team. So what I typically do is I'll put that I have 400 out of my 2,000 on the bottom. That number always means for me, everyone charts differently. That's how I do it. So I know that I need 1,600 group volume. Okay, what I've done is there's 31 days in August So I take my 1,600 that I need for my promotion, divide it by 31 days, and then now I know that I need an average of 51 volume per day. If you do that right now, you do 31 or 1,600 divided by 31, you're gonna get about 51 volume per day. Do you see how instead of looking at that and be like, wow, I need 1,600 volume, holy guacamole, like this is so much volume, and like stressing yourself out if you're newer, you're like, wow, 51 volume a day, all I have to do is sign a month of coffee per day and I go Ruby by the end of the month. Like that's freaking amazing. That breaks it down so much better. And then you also know if you're on track for promoting. So if you don't break that down daily and say that you go a week without signing a customer, then that brings you down to, let me see. Let's say now you've got 21 days. So you have 1,600 volume divided by 21 days. You want a week without filling any volume. That means now you need an average of 76 volume per day. So the more that you're not signing that volume, the more that it's going up. And when you reach that last week of the month, you're like, holy crap, I'm 1,000 away. I'm stressed out. What just happened? Why am I not filling the volume like I need to be? And like, why does it feel so far away? So know exactly what you need for your daily totals, because that will make your month go so much smoother. Another thing that I use all month long is I'm every day checking TrueViewer. I'm checking like everyone's like orders, where their volumes at, where their volume is at, things like that. And then I'm also checking downline orders. Okay. For those of you who are newer and don't like know too much about eSuite right now, just write down downline orders. That's going to be one that you're going to be wanting to check, because that will show you any side orders that come in. That will show you any new customers that come in. Like say that you're at work for the day and Cindy signs a customer, 100 volume customer, and you go check like downline orders. You're like, dang, Cindy, you sent, then you know that you go into your chart and you can add 100 volume onto her spot because she just signed a 100 volume customer. So it shows you declines, it shows you new orders coming in, it shows you new customers, auto ships, all the good things. So I'm constantly like stalking that every single day, especially when it's promotion month, because I want to see any orders that come in that I didn't know about, because I want to add that to my chart right then and there. And every single day, I don't wait until like Friday and then go update my chart. My chart is updated daily. So if like 100 volume comes in throughout the day, that's 100 volume that I'm putting on my chart daily. If 300 volume comes in different spots tomorrow, that's 300 volume that I'm putting where they are tomorrow. How do you find downline orders? You go to reports, additional reports, and then when you're on that like main page of reports where it's got the 3 different rows, just go all the way down the center aisle of reports, and it'll be at the bottom center. It just says downline reports. You find it right there. Familiarize yourself with that, because that's going to become your best friend as you are growing your business. I know there's a lot of questions. Let me just finish these and then I'll get to those, because I feel like I'm going to go over time and I'm not trying to make you guys sit here forever. Okay, so like Jerica said, when I was a Ruby, or when I first joined, there was no host post, okay? Nobody did host post. We had no idea what that was. And you're probably like, whoa, how did you get your customers? So, we didn't ask people to post for us, nothing like that. The way that I got my customers and I filled out volume all within 1 month to promote to Ruby was product posting. Okay, the first thing I did was I made sure that I got my hands on products. Okay, at the time I was broke. At the time we didn't have shopping sprees for your first 6 customer. I had no Ruby bonus, no shopping spree, nothing special about when I joined. Okay, so I ended up just buying products that I knew that I could get quick results for, which would be hair, skin, nails. 2 to 3 weeks you're gonna have hair results. Okay, that's a quick one. That's a really good seller. Another good one is cleanse or wraps. Find things that are, if you're like, wow, I don't have a lot of money, or you've got your shopping spree or something, just find 1 or 2 products that you can buy right now so that you can get results. Because posting about your own personal results, that's going to get you so many customers, because when people see that you're using it, they're going to believe in the product even more, because that's your personal results. Another thing that I did was showing others results. So I showed my results, I showed myself with products, and then I was constantly showing other results of weight loss or others hair, but 1 moment, babe. Gotta give me like 10 minutes, okay? Hair results, sorry. Now I'm like thrown off. You gotta go. Give me like 10 minutes, okay? Sure, go ahead. I don't know, just go. Sorry, single mom life. Anyways, okay, so showing others results. And then other things that I did other than that, because we didn't have host to post, was just really like just talking to people like in my personal life. Like I worked at a coffee stand, and so like my regular customers, I'd be like, hey, dude, I just joined this business. Try my hair vitamins. Dude, you need to lose some weight. Try my shakes. Like I didn't really talk like that, but when you have customers at a coffee stand and they're like regulars, you kind of just become like good friends with them. So I was honestly just talking to them, like telling them how excited I was for this business. And then they were like, yeah, I want to support you. Like, yeah, let me buy this. Yeah, let me buy that. I had my haters. I had people, like, my mom thought I was crazy. I had all those things. Like, it wasn't perfect that I, like, joined this business and everyone wanted to support me. But I was just so excited about it that people did want to support me when I was talking about, oh, I'm going Ruby this month, which also reminds me, be loud about what you're doing this month, okay? I don't want you to promote to Ruby and not tell anyone, okay? And let me put into perspective of why this is so important. When I was going double diamond, my team was 1,600 in volume away 3 days before the month was over, okay? My team pulled in 400 of that. I pulled in myself 1,200 volume in 3 days, and it was because all month long I talked about how I was going double diamond, how I was getting this bonus for my daughters and I, what it meant to my family, how big of a deal it was. And then on the, like, about the last, like, half of the month, I start doing, hey, I'm only 20 orders away. And then, the next person, I'm like, I'm only 15 orders away. That's so exciting. People are supporting me. Like, I love this support. I'm so thankful for it. Orders are falling from the sky. Then suddenly I'm 10 orders away. And then the last day of the month, I was like, I am literally 5 orders away from a bonus and a life-changing promotion for my girls. And I had people messaging me, what can I order from you? Okay, what will that do for you if all month long you are letting people know what this promotion means to you, what this business means to you, and you are letting them in on your journey and letting them watch you reach this promotion all month long? By the end of the month, no one's going to want to see you fail, okay? They want to help you at that point. You're this close. They're going to be like, okay, I'm ready to get my order in, okay? Watch it happen and it will fall from the sky. I see Jasmine saying yes, like she knows, like that is just how it freaking works. So make sure you're being loud about it and updating everyone all month long and taking them on your journey, okay? Don't be shy about it. Don't be quiet about this promotion. You are loud about it, and everyone knows that you are freaking going Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, whatever you're going after this month, okay? So, so, so important. So another thing, I think I covered all of those questions. Signed LCs, charting, all the good things. Okay, other tips. I just have like a few other tips and then we are done. So other tips is when you're charted, I don't want you to look at it and be like, okay, well now my girls got to get their first 6 customers and now they got to get to 500 club, like, and think like, oh, they're going to be getting themselves to 500 club, so I don't really have to hustle that hard. No, nobody wants this promotion for you as badly as you do, okay? And so you have to look at all that volume, that 600 volume, you have to look at that like no one else is going to be filling that except for me. And any orders that my team bring in is a blessing because that gets me closer to my promotion. My distributors are not in charge of my promotion, okay? You are in charge of your promotion. So even if you're like, oh, 1,600, but they're each worried about their 500, so I'm just gonna worry about my 500. No, you're not gonna reach your promotion because not everyone is worried about getting to the 500 club, okay? So make sure that you're looking at that and you're like, this is my responsibility. Anything that comes in is a blessing and helps me get closer to my promotion. That's exactly how you have to look at it, okay? You have to be in complete control. Another tip is do not wait to be charted. So if you're sitting here right now and like everyone's, charting themselves for executive and Ruby and signing distributors left and right with this promotion, do not like say that, you go through this week and you don't end up charting for Ruby. You're not fully charted for Ruby as August starts. Do not think, okay, I'm not ready to promote. Like I have to let myself, this is my charting month. I'm charting myself for this promotion. No, do not worry about that. Keep running. Okay. I joined on the 8th of April, was not charted for Ruby that day. I charted for Ruby 11 days later, like fully charted when we had to have 5 distributors. So on the 19th of April, I was charted. So I had 10 days after getting all my distributors where they needed to be on my chart to promote and fill all that volume, okay? So I don't want you to be like, wow, I'm not charted right now, I can't start running. No, start running, start filling the volume in other places. Even if it's just you and you have no distributors right now, get your personal volume up higher because your personal volume helps you to reach that 2,000 volume. So then when you're signing your distributors, like they're just going to help you get to that 2,000 even faster. So don't, and even if you have 1 or 2 distributors right now, fill the volume right now, because let's say that you sign the last distributor that you need, everything else is done. If you've promoted to executive because you have your 2 distributors, all the volume's done. You're great, you're good. You literally just need that last distributor. You sign that distributor on the freaking 25th, and then you've got those 5 days to fill that volume with that new distributor. That will still make your promotion happen. I've had diamonds who literally, I had Kelly, she promoted diamond 2 months ago. She was not even finished charting for diamond. Is there somebody that's unmuted? Yeah, sorry. Okay, she was not finished. I'm almost done. I know it's 7 o'clock right now. She was not charted for diamond until I think like 3 or 4 days before the actual month ended. But because she did all the footwork all month long of filling that volume that she needed for her diamond promotion, and she signed that last distributor right before the month ended, she filled that box and she was done, and she went diamond, not charted all month long until the very end of the month. So this is why it's important to just run now. Even if you're not charted, I don't care, you're still going ruby this month, so run like you are. Another thing is, if you want your business to move faster, like thinking a little bit after ruby, and like just that, you know, I don't know what you guys can throw your goals in here. Like, are you wanting to work from home full time? Are you wanting to go diamond? Are you going after the $15,000 bonus? Like, is your dream income $5,000 and working from home? You can put that in the chat right now. But if that's what you're wanting, and you're wanting your business to go faster rather than slower, start doing the leadership things right now. Okay, one thing that I think really, really helped me to go faster as from like ruby to straight to diamond was the fact that, yes, we had Katie's and Brittany's power hours and things like that, but I didn't wait until I was a diamond to start doing power hours and trainings with my team. Okay, I didn't wait. I know that it's intimidating, okay, but when you start with this team of like, you know, 2 or 3 people, 3, 4, 5 people, and you start doing like power hours and trainings with them, you start to gain that confidence. I'm a very shy person. Like, doing this, I have to like pep myself up even like 3 years later before I do a Zoom, because I'm a very shy person. So I'm talking to the shy people right now. They're like, I don't want to do a power hour or a training for even 2 people on my team because it makes me so nervous. You have to do those things because that's how you're going to grow. And when you start doing it with them, like now, then as your team grows bigger, that comfort for you will start to grow bigger for doing the bigger trainings and the bigger Zooms, and your team will move with you. Okay, your team needs you in front of you. They can have me in front of them, Stacia, Jerica, any of the Diamond Plus, you know, Katie, any of those Zooms or power hours, but when it's coming from you, it's so much different. And so I took the time to be in front of my team. I would watch Katie's training, or I'd watch a video on YouTube, say that I'm like, wow, my team really needs to be better with signing customers. I really want to help them with that. I'd watch videos on YouTube, or if Katie did a training on customers, I would take all the notes for the whole thing, literally recite that all to my team. I didn't know what I was doing, okay? I didn't have all the answers. Don't feel like you have to have all the answers, but I would, you know, I'd also watch another leader's power hours, and then I would write down every single thing that they had us do for the power hour. Boom, hey team, let's do a power hour tonight. And I would copy that whole thing. And that's what taught me how to do power hours. That's what got me the confidence to start doing trainings, to start doing the things. And I promise you, when you step in front of your team, no matter if that's 1 person, 2 people, 10 people getting on your trainings and power hours right now, that will grow, and that will help you to grow as well, and your business will move faster. I think that's really all I had. I don't think I like missed anything. I'll go through the chat super quick for the questions, but I know we're a little bit over, so we can pretty much end in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording.